Alright, I'll be totally honest. This individual video is probably the most important individual video for Hattiesburg. Okay, we are pretty much issuing in a new era for center mid for St. Luke's. Okay, and I'm excited for it just because y'all are going to be smart enough and y'all are going to be good enough to be able to put in the things that I have wanted for the past 6 years. Okay, the first thing, and I know y'all can do it, because Jameson, you've done it for club in the past, and then Brayden, you have started to step into your own as a leader, that I know you will be able to do it. Okay, and the number one thing, terrible spelling. Okay, communication. Through these past 5 years, okay, I've had center mids, whether it was Garrett, Matthew, okay, going back, way back before y'all even know, alright, people like Zach, okay, Chase, alright, even whenever Ricky was in the center mid, alright, I've had plenty of center mids, but no one would be a communicator. No one would be the actual player that would communicate on the field. Alright, and both of y'all are my center mids right here. Okay, going back to, and if you haven't seen the team video, okay, I want you to make sure to see that. But y'all two have to be the ones that are communicating whenever we are pressuring, okay? Whenever we are shifting, y'all have to be able to communicate. And if y'all do not communicate, believe me, during the season, I'm going to call you out repeatedly. Okay, if you thought last year I would call y'all out during, half times, after the games and everything, I will not allow you to not communicate whenever it comes to this season. Okay, but y'all two are good enough, especially as a pair, to be able to do it. Y'all know enough soccer to be able to do it as a pair. Okay, so communication whenever it comes to, alright, pressure we've talked about, alright, and then offense as well. Okay, some of the things that I could easily see, if you notice that, let's say that this outside back is Rishi. Okay, Rishi, 9th grader. Alright, actually doesn't play outside back very often. He usually played center back for club. He played center back for middle school. Okay, if he's not making the runs that you expect, communicate with him. Okay, some of the things that we're going to be doing this season, alright, is I want us, of course, I like slow, methodical going up the field, but at the same time, can we also piece together some things where Mason's going inside, alright, and then we're able to find that ball in. Okay, communicate if Mason's not making the run that you want him to. Alright, if Aiden's not dropping into the space, if Chapman, isn't going 3 feet to the side so that he can get the ball. Okay, these are the small little things that y'all have got to be able to communicate during the game, and this is what I want to start seeing in Hattiesburg. Things that you communicate, and you are the boss of the field of the team. Okay, so communicate, that is what I expect to see, okay, whenever I am in Hattiesburg. Okay, and then the second thing, which there's going to be plenty more, alright, especially whenever we get back into the season, but whenever it comes to Hattiesburg, I just want you to think about, the things that you can even take back whenever you go back to your club team. Alright? And the second thing, we've already talked about it a little bit. Alright, being dynamic. Alright, the past 5 years we've talked about slowly going up the field. Alright, but if you think about teams like Bayside, teams like Davidson, they're able to do both. They're able to go up the field methodically, which we've always been able to do very, very well, better than most teams, in the state. But now can we get a little bit more dynamic? That as Mason's making a run here, Aiden's making a run inside, Ryan makes a run inside, Chapman goes here. Can we be more dynamic and a little bit straighter, alright, finding options? Can we get our ability to find other options more than just our 5-yard passes that we've been used to? Okay, and I'm not saying we're going away from that. Definitely not. Alright, but there are going to be teams that we slowly bring the ball up, and then they're going to be teams that we're better than that back line. Their center mid is really, really good, but we're better than that back line, so let's just go for it. Okay, so we need to be able to, again, communicate what we want as center mids, and then from there figure out what we want to do. If we want to be dynamic, if we want to be able to piece those passes together or find options that are available. Okay, y'all both have good visions of the field. Okay, y'all are both smart whenever it comes to shifting. All right, of course, we can talk about whenever Jameson comes in here, make sure we have one person inside. But y'all have been my center mids, whether it was club, whether it was school, for long enough that y'all know the major things about it. All right, so I need to hear communication. Okay, if there's a breakdown in communication after the games, I'm going to say something. That it's on y'all too. All right. So, Jameson and Brayden, y'all have to be the communicators on the field. Okay, whenever, after I'm done at Hattiesburg, I need to know that I have my two communicators. I know something after a weekend in Hattiesburg that I didn't know the whole season last year. And I'm putting that on both of y'all. Okay, but it's because I know that y'all can do it, and I know y'all are going to be able to take whenever we're not having a good practice, and I'm getting on to y'all for not making sure that everyone is where they're supposed to be, because we have to be able to get these things done if we're going to be state champions this year.